Hi, and welcome back to the last segment of this episode of Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're at MetroEast Community Media, and we're going to end this show talking about the Multnomah County Fair. Representing the Friends of Multnomah County Fair, I have Larry Smith, the board president. Nice to have you here, Larry.
Nice to be here, Monica.
And also MetroEast volunteer extraordinaire. And Anna Hansen, you are a 4-H member and the showmanship champion. Is that right, Larry?
Yes.
Yeah, showmanship for showing rabbits like Totoro. Welcome, Totoro.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you here too. So for those who are seeing this now, this is a live rabbit. She's so still. She's being so good. Oh, she's so pretty.
We call her the spokes rabbit for the Multnomah County Fair.
Nice. Very well behaved, Totoro. Totoro is what, 4 years old? Is that right?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful rabbit. So, Larry, start with you, if you don't mind. Tell me a little bit about the Multnomah County Fair. You're the board president, so you, the Friends of Multnomah County Fair pretty much put it on now, right? I mean, you're the ones in charge.
Yes, this is the 110th Multnomah County Fair. It began in Gresham in 1907, and currently we are having the fair at Oaks Park down in the Selwood area.
How long has it been there?
It's been there for probably, I think 1998 was the first year. We have missed a couple of years, but probably for close to 20 years. And then it is, I want to make sure to let everyone know, it is a free event, free admission and free parking.
Now that's different.
That is very different.
All the other fairs, right?
Right.
I was looking at your website and I saw that. I thought, that's pretty impressive. So I was at Oaks Park last weekend and I was thinking about you and thinking about what a great place this would be to go to a fair, because I haven't been to it there. I was at the fair years ago, but I haven't. But what a great family thing to do, and free. So that's always a huge, huge benefit. So there's a lot that goes on there, and people can go there and do the Oaks Park things like the amusement rides or the roller skating and the putt-putt golf and all those kinds of things. But what are the things that the fair has that are unique to the Multnomah County Fair?
Well, the fair, the 4-H program is back in Multnomah County after a few years hiatus when the commissioners decided to end funding. But it's an excellent youth development program. You'll be able to hear a little bit more about that from Anna later. She's a great spokesmodel as well for the fair and for 4-H. There's also different kinds of just fun little things to do. You can ride a camel for a few dollars.
I have never done that one.
I've never ridden a camel either, but there are the Walk on the Wild Side exotic animals. Walk on the Wild Side's an organization that exists to teach people about wildlife, and they take in orphaned animals and raise them.
Do they bring some of them?
And bring some of them. We had a giant tiger last year.
How close do you get to the tigers?
You don't want to get too quickly because apparently he has a habit that you don't want to.
I don't want to know.
So yeah, we're not going to talk anymore about that. But there are, of course, the indoor exhibits. You wouldn't think in the spring, here May 28th, that there would be an excellent floral show. But we probably have 750 to 800 exhibits every year, and one couple that are members of the Rose Society split their roses between us and the Rose Festival.
Really?
And they bring in probably 200 roses.
I know that you are a award-winning flower grower. What do you call that? I don't know. You're a flower grower. You've won lots of awards for your dahlias, isn't it?
I do. Yeah, this time of year is a little early for dahlias, but
that's
there's
usually in the fall.
Spring flowers, and then I have some spring vegetables that I show.
Nice,
and
nice. Well, you, among the many other things that Larry does, he is also a video producer here. So you created a promo, didn't you, to show us?
Yeah, about a 30-second, just to give a kind of a snapshot of what people can expect that they can see when attending the fair.
Well, let's take a look at that now.
Okay.
All right.
Exotic animals, thrill rides, entertainment, exhibits, and more. Multnomah County Fair at Oaks Amusement Park. Memorial Day weekend. Free admission.
That's great. Thanks, Larry. It looks like fun. Anna, I was in 4-H when I was a kid, but we didn't have very many opportunities back then. I did sewing, which I was still a terrible sewer, but it was fun. It was a fun experience, and But I was always jealous of those who could raise animals because I always thought that's where it's at in 4-H. Tell me about your experience with 4-H and how you ended up showing your animals at the fair.
So I've always loved animals, and I live in Portland City area, and I haven't had that much opportunity to be a farm girl. And so the 4-H with the small animals, especially in Multnomah County, because we just have the small animals, we have the rabbits, the chickens, and then some cavies, which are also known as guinea pigs, that are shown. So it's a great experience for kids to get the farm life kind of experience where you get up every morning, you have to go feed your animals, make sure they have water, clean them, and then you also get to learn about them. And that's really what 4-H is about on the animal side, is learning how to take care of your animals and how to handle them properly, look for diseases, care for them properly, and it helps a lot to make sure you're taking care of them.
Right. Well, you mentioned handling the animals. Can you show me how would you handle Totoro here?
So you do a health check, and I won't do all of it, but you would check the eyes and the ears, and then you can also check the teeth.
Can we get a shot maybe of those teeth there? Oh, look at, oh.
And that's why you don't want to
Is
stick
that
your...
one tooth there?
Those are two.
Those are two. Oh, I see the front, top and the bottom.
That's why you don't want to stick your fingers in a rabbit's cage.
Yeah, I can see that. Those are some big teeth.
Yeah.
And so she's so placid and so calm. Are they all like that, or?
They are not. Rabbits do have different personalities. She's a little bit of a diva. She's being good right now. She's a little bit older than some rabbits, so she's calmer. She's done this for a few years. I have some other rabbits that I did not bring, but they do. I was handling them the other day, and you can see this
scratches.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they aren't all this calm.
Yeah. He's a sweetheart. So what do you do when you're actually going to the fair and showing the animals? So you actually do they have you demonstrate those?
They do. There'll be a judge, and so you go up. They usually ask you to look at different parts of the animal to check for diseases.
Okay.
So you would check the eyes and the ears.
And you just demonstrate how you do that.
You would do a health check, and then you also have to answer multiple questions. The tricky thing is you never know which questions they're going to ask.
So you have to know. For all of them.
Yeah, and there's not really a certain place. There's some different books and stuff you can get, but that's kind of what I think the fun challenge is, to know as much information as you can, because it also helps you prepare to take care of the animal properly.
Sure. So what do you personally get out of it? Obviously, you learn about the animal, you know how to care for the animal, but what do you get out of this experience?
You also get better public speaking because you're talking in front of the judge. It helps through 4-H. You also do a record book, which will help in doing college applications. There's a lot of other opportunities, apart from the animal opportunities. In 4-H, there's leadership, and then all different kinds of static exhibits, which are as we mentioned earlier, the vegetables, the flowers, which are also in 4-H, art, photography. So you can really explore all passions.
And you've done other things besides the animals?
I've done some art and some photography.
Wow. And you're 14, is that right?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. And she's got the public speaking down pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, that's great. So what are you looking forward to most for the Multnomah County Fair, besides getting it over with?
Well, yeah, you might say that, but it's a fun event.
Yeah.
There is a talent show, believe it or not, going on Sunday where there are really good financial prizes, and so it's not too late. Just go on the website. You can find out how to enter. You can actually enter yourself. There's different age categories, so you would be in the 18 and above category, I'm sure.
You brought some photos too, didn't you?
Yes.
So maybe we should bring up some of those photos, and you can show us what we're looking at and tell me what you like best in this group of pictures.
Oh, there we go.
So
That's
this is
a
one
very
of your
large lop-eared rabbit.
When you're doing this, Anna, is it by age group?
It is. There's 3 age groups in 4-H. There's also an open show, which is for adults. It's slightly different. It's judged on the rabbit's characteristics and not the person's knowledge.
Okay.
And so that was from ARBA, which is American Rabbit Breeders Association.
Oh, okay.
And we've got a little baby lion. That's
How
the Walk on the
cute.
Wild side has, apparently they've got a baby possibility this year of a baby tiger, a baby lion, and a baby ocelot.
Oh my goodness. What a doll. Isn't that cute? Cute, but maybe a little scary.
Yeah. And here we
Gorgeous
talked
flowers.
earlier about the roses. And you know, if anybody has any particular exhibit they want to bring to compete, whether it's roses, quilts, cooking, they can enter. It's not too late to enter.
Wow.
There's some more at the floral exhibits. If you would bring your exhibit down between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Thursday, the 26th of May.
And it starts
and
on
somebody
Friday,
could
is that
help
right?
you. The fair actually starts on Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Most
okay.
of these, I think, are my vegetables that I brought last year.
Nice.
And of course, we have the other animals,
Is
and
this
we
a
have a
petting
nice
zoo? Is
we have a nice petting zoo
That's is
that
that
comes
a
in.
woman there? Yeah.
Here's some of the talent show winners
look how
in
cute.
the junior category with their trophies. So,
Oh, check them out.
and we've got the princesses of different princesses. We
Multnomah
usually
County,
have
Miss
Miss
Washington
Oregon come
County.
and visit.
The City of Rose. Yeah.
And
Oh,
the thrill
rides.
rides. That's called the Screaming Eagle. I had to go on that last year with Channel 12 News. And
And were you screaming?
I was screaming, and I still scream every time I think about it. The
that
water balls. This is so
Is this
much
what
fun.
it's called, walking on water? Is that what
Yes.
they call this? Wow.
You
This
try to
looks
maintain your
crazy.
balance, and it's way more challenging than you'd ever think.
So do you end up rolling like a guinea pig in a ball?
You try not to
hamster or
roll,
whatever.
but the whole idea is to try to remain upright.
And if you don't, do you still have fun, or do you, are you feel like you're on the Screaming Eagle?
Well, it depends on.
Yeah, yeah. That
People
looks like
seem
fun.
to enjoy it.
It looks
It's very
like-
popular.
It looks like fun. It does. So, how about you? Do you go to the other events at the fair?
For sure.
What do you like
We-
best?
The walking on water is pretty fun.
Really?
I really enjoy just walking up and down and seeing all the different people, what they're doing. There's a lot of like different little booth things that have different things that you can buy and look at and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of vendors, and they've got just an amazing array of fair food
I was
coming
gonna
in.
say, tell me about the food. That was my next question.
Different than the normal fair food, just
Really?
some kind of like exotic, foreign-based type things that people and I looked at the price list is better than what you're going to get at most fairs. So
Really?
that's.
Are you talking about like kind of ethnic food, or are you talking about deep fried Twinkies and stuff?
We're not so much like the Texas State Fair where there's a lot of actually things that are healthier than what you
Really?
normally
How
get
nice.
that taste so nice that I'll probably blow my budget on the different food vendors.
Yeah, I'd be all about the food too. Now, I'm hoping that the weather will be great for that, and if it's rain or shine, right?
It is rain or shine.
Okay.
Last year, the one thing I would say is the fair opens at noon on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
It's open on
Monday
Monday,
is
too.
Memorial Day.
That's right. I knew it was 3
And
days.
unless you like to walk your way in, probably get there early and make sure you get a good parking space.
Okay. I'm trying to think what transportation there is. So you could take a bus there, I suppose, if you wanted to from somewhere else and not have to walk too far in.
Yeah,
But,
if you have good walking legs, the new Max line is about a mile from Oaks Park.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
forgot,
buses
yeah.
come closer.
Yeah.
They probably come within
Well, that's not a bad walk.
quarter mile or
Yeah.
so.
It's harder going back, though, 'cause
Right.
you have to go uphill. But that sounds great. So what else do we need to know about the Multnomah County Fair? How is this funded? Friends of Multnomah County Fair, you're a nonprofit. How does this work? I mean, do you need more volunteers? Do you need donations to keep going?
Each county fair gets a certain cut of lottery funds from the
yeah.
state lottery fund divided equally. And then so we can start with that. That's our seed money. And then there are other ways that we do get donations, and we do appreciate them. So anybody that would like to make a donation to keep the fair going, it is always very welcome. We can give them a little plug in our literature as
There
well.
you go, yeah.
And then we have certain fundraising as well
Okay.
from time to time.
Do you need volunteers ever?
There's always a need for volunteers.
Yeah, most organizations do need that. So will you have a need for any at this event, or are you pretty well taken care of this year?
I would say if anybody is interested, go on the website. Our fair coordinator manager is Cheryl Jones. Her phone number and email address are on there.
Okay.
And I'm sure we could put people to work very easily.
Okay. And it's a free event, which is a huge thing. So we're just about out of time. Any last words? Anything else we need to know?
I'd say come to the fair. How often do you get an opportunity on a holiday weekend to have a free event like that?
So all those people that don't want to battle the crowds to go out of town, because there's a lot of people that don't like to drive
Stay
out
in
of town.
town.
Stay in town. You can have a staycation. You can come to the county fair. It's free admission, free parking, and you check out Anna with her bunny. And Larry, what do you have going on in this? Are you putting flowers, vegetables? What? It's too early for that.
There are some spring vegetables, and I've researched the varieties that mature the quickest, and so I cross fingers and see that they will.
Okay.
And then some things that are held over from last year's crops
okay.
are still good, actually.
Good. Okay. Looking forward to it. Thank you both very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Community Hotline. Lots of good information tonight. I hope you'll check it out, and I hope I'll see you at the fair. I'm Monica Weitzel. This is Community Hotline. We'll see you next week.
Is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.